This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Good afternoon, my Real News Media TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update for May 28, 2023. And in the news this afternoon, businessman Lascelles Chin has died. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has hailed businessman Lascelles Chin as a visionary leader. Chin, the founder and the executive chairman of the Lasco Group of Companies, died last night in Florida, United States, surrounded by family. He was 86. Deeply saddened by the passing of Jamaican business giant and philanthropist Lascelles Chin. His entrepreneurial prowess transformed Lasco into a household name, while his philanthropy uplifted countless lives, the Prime Minister shared on his social media pages. Holness remembered Chin as a visionary leader and advocate for change, whose legacy will forever inspire Jamaicans. Meanwhile, opposition leader Mark Golding described Chin as a true Jamaican visionary and entrepreneur. Golding noted that Chin's impact on the Jamaican business landscape is immeasurable. Lasco products are a household name, a testament to his commitment to quality and affordability. Chin was awarded the nation's fourth highest civilian honor, the Order of Jamaica, in 2001. 1 dead and 3 injured in St. Anne crash. A man died from injuries he sustained in a two-vehicle crash in Paris, St. Anne on Sunday morning. He has been identified as Jeffrey Johnson of Edge Hill, St. Anne's Bay in the parish. Police report that around 12:03 a.m., Johnson was driving his Corolla motorcar when he crashed into a Lexus motorcar. Johnson and all 3 occupants of the Lexus motorcar were rushed to the St. Anne's Bay Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. The condition of the other victims is not known at this time. 3 wards of the state escaped from Rio Cobre Juvenile Correctional Center. 3 wards of the state escaped from the Rio Cobre Juvenile Correctional Center in St. Catherine on Saturday. The center is an institution designed to cater to the needs of boys between ages 12 to 18 who have committed an offense. Reports are that the wards were returning from the dining hall after having eaten at around 4:30 p.m., accompanied by an officer, when they broke free. It is understood that they scaled a fence approximately 12 feet high and descended by barbed wires at the top. The Department of Correctional Services says the matter has been reported to the police. In March 2023, Block B at the Spanish Town-based center was renovated to the tune of $34.3 million. The renovations were said to have provided an improved environment to support the rehabilitation of juvenile offenders. Massive fire engulfs a market, furniture store, and a supermarket in Port Antonio. Firefighters are battling a massive blaze that has engulfed 3 commercial buildings on West Street in Port Antonio, the capital of Portland in eastern Jamaica. 3 fire units are leading the response. There are no reports of injuries. The fire, which reportedly started shortly after 8 a.m. on Sunday at the rear of the Musgrave Market, quickly spread to the Portland Jewelers, a furniture and appliance store. Some items, including stoves, speaker boxes, and wooden furniture, were removed from the store. The fire also spread to the adjoining building, Kamal's Supermarket and Cambio, destroying a variety of goods, cold storage equipment, cash machines, and an undetermined sum of cash. Several stalls belonging to craft vendors have been destroyed. The meat section of the market has suffered significant damage. Man shot at a Spanish Town bypass. Bystanders sent scampering for cover. A man was shot and injured Saturday afternoon in a daring attack at a bus park in Spanish Town, St. Catherine, sending bystanders scampering for safety. The victim remains hospitalized. The incident on Burke Road occurred about 5:30 p.m. Reports are that the victim was seated in the park among other persons when a man approached. The attacker allegedly brandished a handgun and fired shots, hitting the victim repeatedly. The man was assisted to the Spanish Town General Hospital, where he was admitted. The Spanish Town Criminal Investigation Division is probing the case. McKenzie appeals to civil servants to balance calls for more pay. Local Government and Rural Development Minister Desmond McKenzie is urging public sector workers to temper their demands for increased wages stating that a single natural disaster could wipe away the country's economic gains. McKenzie's comment came while some public sector groups continue to complain of anomalies with their salaries under the public sector wage review, with calls growing in some quarters for revised wage offers in light of the massive increases in the salaries of elected political representatives. In his remarks at the working session of the National Disaster Risk Management Council meeting at the Spanish Court Hotel in New Kingston on Thursday, McKenzie said the government must at all times exercise fiscal responsibility given the threat the country faces from disasters such as hurricanes. Small developing states like Jamaica, where our economy can't stand any major shock, despite the fact that we're doing well, that some people think that's how we should get more pay, one impact of disaster can literally wipe away all the gains that we have made, McKenzie warned. According to him, the government has placed the country in a much better position financially because if we're impacted tomorrow, the government doesn't have to wait for anyone to come and give us some aid. We're in a position that we can find the money to respond, declared McKenzie. In noting that the current drought conditions, bushfires and road fatalities are already combining to pose significant challenges to strong economic growth, McKenzie is adamant that the government must ensure that there are enough resources available locally to, among other things, respond to national emergency brought on by hurricane, for example. He said when drought, bushfires, and road fatalities are placed in the mix with what is reported to be an active hurricane season, then it means our job to shape our response capabilities must be at a stage where at least we are able to provide the service. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration is predicting near normal hurricane activity in the Atlantic this year. The NOAA is forecasting a range of 12 to 17 total named storms, winds of 39 miles per hour or higher. Of those, 5 to 9 could become hurricanes, winds of 74 miles per hour or higher, including 1 to 4 major hurricanes, Category 3, 4, or 5, with winds of 111 miles per hour or higher. Jeffreytown farmers warn thieves about the value of the cutlass. The cutlass used to weed may be the same one to cause thieves to bleed. That is if farmers continue to lose their lives' work to prey their larceny. Last year, the Ministry of Agriculture pointed to losses to farmers of more than $5 billion annually, and now, to its wits' end, the St. Mary-based Jeffreytown Farmers Association says it is a rampant issue in their neck of the woods. It is very frustrating when a farmer looks at the police and say, well, it looks like the only answer we have is to kill the thieves. The police will say, no, you can't do that. And the farmers will respond, should I just lie down and carry my children to the station for you to feed them? That is how desperate it is getting. Desperation. Wordsworth Gordon, chairman of the association, told the news. Some farmers will shout out and say that it looks like the police want to draw yellow tape because they are not saying anything to help us. And it is not like the police are not trying to do anything to help us. They just don't have the resources to do it, Gordon continued. Gordon further lamented that even natural disasters are not as devastating as criminals who raid the farms and take off with livestock and the crops that cost the farmers thousands of dollars to maintain. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.